Hello, everyone. This is Callie Teagarden, and I want to welcome you to our Send Out Cards webinar. I am super excited about tonight's guest. I have Matt Sherb on the line out of Oakville, Ontario, Canada, just outside of Toronto. So, Matt, you want to say hello to everyone so they know you're really here?
I'm actually here. It's live. It's not Memorex. Glad to be on the call. Thanks for having me, Callie. Thanks for having this call.
Yeah, thanks for being on. And you guys are going to get to hear a little bit more from Matt later. He is our current 2016 Rookie of the Year. He built his business super fast, and I'm excited for all of you to hear about him. So the information I'm going to share with you tonight could literally change your life. Not only financially, but also emotionally. And I know you're thinking, Callie, I've heard all that before. But if you take the information and apply it, it can completely transform you. Because you see, Send Out Cards is making a positive impact worldwide every single day. And we want you to be part of this revolutionary movement without giving up anything you're currently doing. And I'm not talking about getting started with tons and tons of time. I'm talking about getting started in this business in as little as 3 to 5 hours a week without giving up anything you're currently doing. And then when your part-time income exceeds your full-time income, well, then you'll have the greatest problem in the world. So let me tell you a little bit about my story. As I mentioned, my name is Callie Teagarden. I'm coming live out of Sugar Land, Texas, just outside of Houston. I got started in this business because I was looking for something. You see, I thought I had done it all right. I went to college, got a great education, moved to Houston after college, and was blessed to make 6 figures by the time I was 30. The American dream. Or maybe the Canadian dream if you're from Canada tonight. Or at least I thought it was until one day I woke up. I was in the corporate world and I woke up and I was absolutely miserable in the corporate world. And it wasn't so much my job, but it was that my boss and my company owned my life. I was spending 70% of my time on the road, and I knew the next 35 years of that was so not an option for me because I only had 12 days of vacation. And so I was looking for something. I knew there had to be a better way. And when I found this business, well, I knew it was the answer to my prayers. So what did I do? Well, I got started part-time alongside my full-time job until I was able to walk away from that corporate world for good. And I started part-time because I wasn't ready to give up that hefty corporate salary. And as I mentioned, a few years ago, I walked away from the corporate world for good. And now I love my life. I went from being miserable to loving my life because I own my life and I get to choose how, when, and where I work and play. And to me, this is truly the smartest business decision I have ever made. But enough about me. Let me tell you a little bit about our company. Send Out Cards was founded in 2003 by Cody Bateman. Our international headquarters are located in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we're a member of the Direct Selling Association. You see, it was Cody's goal to take the greeting card and gifting business from a traditional brick and mortar type of business to an online click and order business, just like Amazon did for books, Netflix did for movies, and iTunes did for music. If you think about it, these three companies, billion-dollar household names. And they've done it because they've been able to collapse an inefficiency in the marketplace. In other words, they've made our lives easier. Amazon has changed the way, not only the way we buy books, but so many other products. We don't go to a store anymore. No, we go online and we order whatever we need from the comfort of our own homes. I ran out of hairspray this morning and I went online and went to Amazon and ordered it, right? Convenience. I don't have to go shopping. And then if you think about the way we rent movies today, completely different because of Netflix. We don't go to movie stores anymore. They really don't even exist. No, we sit on our sofa, we pick up our remote or we pick up our computer, we go to Netflix, and we have thousands of choices on demand. And the same thing has happened in the music business. The days of going to a record store, well, they don't exist anymore either. And we no longer buy full albums or CDs. No, we buy individual songs and we do it right from our smartphones. Well, the same thing is happening in the greeting card and gifting business. The days of going to a store are over. Today, from the comfort of your home or your office, from your smartphone, your tablet, or your computer, you can create a card and press send. In that card, you can even add your own photos, add your own message, and you can do it in your own handwriting and signature. And then when you hit send, SendOutCards will print, stuff, stamp, and mail that card for you, and they will do it at a fraction of the price. You see, we are in a digital revolution today. Just think about this. The largest taxi company owns no taxis. That company, Uber. The largest telecom company owns no lines. That company, Skype. The largest media owner creates no content, right? Facebook doesn't create the content. All of us do several times every day. The largest movie house, we already talked about this one, owns no cinemas, Netflix. The largest software vendors, Apple and Google do not create the apps, but they're the largest software vendors. And soon to be the largest greeting card and gifting company, and the company you're hearing about tonight has no stores. That company, SendOutCards. There's two things that make SendOutCards super, super powerful. The first is everyone is looking to build better relationships in either their personal life, their professional life, or both. The second is when we find something that we love, we're excited and we want to tell others about it. And when you put those two things together, you create a company that is changing an industry. Here's the thing, SendOutCards is that company. We are truly the best relationship building program in the world. Our users have sent over 140 million greeting cards and over 7 million gifts in the past 13 years. No other company sends more first-class mail than SendOutCards. And our company is based on word of mouth. We build and share by telling others about this really cool service. Now back to our cards. These cards, well, you can create these very personalized cards from your computer or from your smartphone. And it doesn't matter if you're an Android user or an iOS user because we have an app for both and you can send gratitude from wherever you are. As I mentioned, we live in a mobile world today. We live in a world of instant gratification. We live in a world where things need to get done on the go. Look at all these things we do on our phone. We communicate, we check the weather, we read books, we do our social media, we listen to music, we get directions. I live in Houston. I've lived here for the last 19 years. I know my way around, but I still look at the directions to find the fastest route. We use notes on our phone. We take pictures. In the last 5 years, as a whole society combined, we have taken more pictures in 5 years than we have in all the years before that cameras existed. And it's because of our smartphone. And now with SendOutCards, you can also do business. How cool is that? Did you know that 80% of all business follow-up is a need to say thank you? It was nice to meet you, or looking forward to working with you to the people you do business with? Well, with our first impressions kit, you only not make a great first impression, but a great lasting impression. This preset campaign comes in our black signature satin card stock or white signature pearl card stock. And just announced, we also added 4 new holiday cards into this series in that white pearl for the upcoming holidays. So now watch how easy it is to send one of these cards in less than a minute. From the SendOutCards app, you can click on Campaigns. You will see the preset cards in white or black, and they are ready to send. When I click on New Possibilities, the card will appear. Now I can swipe to the left and the inside of the card appears. By tapping on the picture frame, you can now add a picture from your phone, your SendOutCards website, or take a picture on the spot. By touching the picture, it automatically populates into the frame of your card. By swiping to the left again, it will bring up the right side of the card with a preset message. You can use that message, or you can override the message with a custom message from you if you wish. Swiping to the left again will show you the back of the greeting card. You have the ability to change the branding on the back of the card as well, and you can brand yourself or your business. Next, you will need the card to send the card to someone. It can be someone already in your contacts, or you can create a new contact. From there, you can just submit or cancel your order. We're going to submit this order, and here is what the finished product looks like. You can use the same process with any type of card you wish. Birthday, holiday, congratulations, any type of card. That's what I love about this system. I wanted to show you a couple other quick card examples. This was a real estate card sent to some clients after they bought this home. That was the front of the card. And then the inside of the card has more pictures of the home and a message to the clients just thanking them for working with them. Right, great way. This you can definitely do on the go, thanking people for doing business with you. This is a card I sent. This is a campaign card. I can send this right from my phone. Eric, it actually automatically put Eric's name all over the front of it. I had taken this selfie with him when we were at an event. I ran into him a couple weeks ago, and he told me he still had that card on his desk because he loved it. People don't throw away cards with photos of themselves or with very personalized. This is an example of birthday cards. When I got started with SendOutCards, I decided I wanted to send birthday cards, and I love this with that little sign and their name on it. And then last, this is a card I sent at St. Patty's Day. In less than 20 minutes, I created this card and sent it to 317 people, and each card was personalized to that person. Just think, if I had to sit down and write out 317 cards, how long would that take me? And that's the beauty of our product. I want to bring Matt back up right now. I want to tell you guys a little bit about Matt before I have him talk, because he is truly a rock star in this business. He went to the level of executive in 14 months in SendOutCards, and was a nominee for our 2016 Distributor of the Year. It's the shortest time anyone has ever been in SendOutCards to get that nomination. He was also named our 2016 SendOutCards Rookie of the Year. He's married. He's a father of two teenage sons. He was an executive in the travel industry for over 25 years. He's also an entrepreneur and a success coach up in Canada. And Matt believes in building multiple streams of income for both himself, and he teaches this philosophy to his clients. But before we get into that piece, Matt, I want to talk to you a little bit about the cards. And as an entrepreneur and business owner, what did you see in SendOutCards from the product side? What made you excited about this product?
Wow. Okay. Well, interesting. You said it took 14 months. 14 months ago, I came across Melissa Barlock, and she was talking to me about my coaching, and she said, "How do you stay in touch with your clients?" And at the time, I was texting my clients or my prospects, or texting people that were giving me referrals or sending emails. Thanks a lot for your business. And she just put a seed in my mind, and she said, "What would it be like if you were to send a card?" Because I was getting some success and traction with texting and emails, but I never really thought of doing anything with cards, because I thought that was so passé. That's an old way of doing things. I thought, okay, well, you know what? Challenge accepted. So I tried that for a month. And for 30 days religiously, whenever I had a prospect come to me, if I had a referral sent to me, if I had a new client, I sent them cards. And depending on what duration of packages they purchased with me. If they bought 3 sessions or 12, they'd have a different gift that came with it. And what happened magically in 30 days, my referrals doubled.
Wow.
And it was amazing to think all I was doing was sending out gratitude, which is a very core component of the coaching that I do. So I was able to double my referrals without really taking on too much more effort, not a lot of expense. And about 2 weeks after that, Kelly, it was interesting. My clients started calling me, thanking me for these cards, and saying, "Wow, that's a really cool card." And similar to the card that you had for Eric, I used the first name as well. And these were very personalized cards, and people really enjoyed them, and they were really grateful for these cards. And they're like, "How do I send cards like that?" And I thought, well, you speak to Melissa, because I was just a customer. And not
Right.
just, but I was a customer. I was focused on my coaching business. And so from that point forward, I started seeing an opportunity, as you had mentioned in the beginning, that I was looking for multiple streams of income. That's really what my journey was since I was in corporate. But it was amazing how these cards transformed my coaching business from a gratitude perspective. It was amazing, truly amazing.
So, well, we know now that you did get started as a distributor, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit later. But I love the story. I mean, double the referrals in 30 days.
Yep, it was
Yeah.
it was it was absolutely amazing, and just something I would have never expected. My emails, my texting, I probably got 18% response rates from people, but now with these cards, I was getting 100% open rates, which is amazing.
It is. And how much extra time were you spending a day? Were you having to spend hours to do this to pick up that, 50%
No,
more referrals?
that's just it. It was because I was able to do this all from my smartphone, and I built these campaigns, basically sending this to a prospect. It did not take a lot of time at all.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm going to have you come back in a little bit, Matt. I'm going to go talk about the
Sure,
pricing,
yeah.
but then I'm going to have you come back in a little bit and we're going to talk about this multiple streams of income and why you saw send out cards. But before we go there, I'm going to talk about the pricing. You just talked about using the cards, and so I'm going to talk a little bit about the pricing with send out cards. We have a $39 per month preferred monthly subscription. It loads 100 bonus points into your account. A standard card like the one I sent Eric, 3 points. Our first impression cards, 5 points. So you're talking 20 to 30 cards per month for $39 plus the postage. Again, they can all be done on your phones. Matt had mentioned gifts. We also have things like brownies, cookies, books, card size gifts, all kinds of things. But our brownies are the most famous. Our 2 packs of brownies are 10 points. So if you're sending brownies, it's about 7 cards and 2 packs of brownies. The great thing is if you don't use all your points, they roll over for 18 months. So you're building for holidays and special occasions. But I think you will if you start getting 50% referral. You'll be using them every month. And you're also locked into that 39 cents per price per point. So in this package, a standard greeting card, $1.17 plus the stamp. Our first impressions, that higher quality paper, $1.95 plus the stamp. You can't go to the store and buy a card with photos, your own photos in it for that. We also have a pay-as-you-go option. Literally, you can buy 1 card at a time. I don't recommend it because you're paying a lot more. You're paying $1.98 for that standard card versus $1.17. We also have our bundle options. These are one-time prices, so don't think these are monthly. These are one-time prices. They do have an annual renewal on them, and they give you the tools to enhance your account. So we talked about the back of the card, the branding. That's in our custom brand manager or our first impression kits. We also have things like handwriting, signatures, bonus points to get you started. Our most popular for someone like Matt, who was marketing his own business, is our marketing bundle. Business bundle is for someone who has a team where you want multiple accounts within the main account, and personal is for someone who's using it more personally. If you're not sure which bundle is best for you, get back with the person who invited you here tonight, and they'll be able to help you determine what's best for your needs. Now, everyone can benefit from using SendOutCards. However, if you want to share SendOutCards with others and get paid to do so, you can become a distributor for a fully refundable application deposit of $50 with an annual renewal fee of $59. Now, you'll get everything you need to build a successful business, including a card and gift sending platform, the mobile app, and our social media platform, Sincere, all for free. A contact manager, back office, and marketing websites, training, and customer support are also included, because there's 4 types of people who join SendOutCards. You're a 1 if you want to be a customer and just use this system in your professional life, your personal life, or both to build better relationships. You're a 2 if you want to be a referral partner. That's what the company calls it. I call a 2, I want to get my money back. It means you want to use this system to build better relationships, but you also know a few other people who could use a system, kind of like Matt was talking about, right? His clients started asking how he was doing it. You're a 3 if you want to earn money on the side of what you're currently doing, so want to earn a part-time income. And you're a 4 if you want to eventually replace your current income. After I show you the income potential, I will ask you again if you're a 1, 2, 3, or 4. So for every marketing bundle you can sell, you can earn up to $335, and you are not limited to the number that you sell. You can also earn up to $195 for every marketing bundle sold in your organization, and that bonus is paid to an unlimited number of levels. So just imagine 10, 20, or 100 people joining your team in a given month. That's big money. And here's the thing, you can double these bonuses on the business bundles sold, and you will receive half the commissions on the personal bundles sold. Now, let's talk about residual income. You can also earn up to 20% on your personal customers' volume, and you can show others how to do the same. If you personally sponsored 3 distributors and they did the same 7 levels deep, you would have 3,279 distributors in your organization. You will receive a 2% override on all the customer volumes on levels 1 and 6 and 5% on level 7. How big do you want to build? How many customers will each team member have? Just think, if each of these team members had themselves and 3 customers, 3 preferred customers, well, that would be $16,297 per month in residual income. And if you did the same at the manager level, because you get an additional 5%, it would be over $36,000 per month. Now, no, it's never going to build perfectly like that, because some people are going to do more, some people are going to do less, and face it, some people are going to do very, very little. But what if only 10% of my example happened? That's over $1,600 in your distributor group and over $3,600 a month in your manager group. So over $5,000 per month. How would your life change? What could you do that you're not doing now if you had $5,000 per month in residual income? That's the opportunity here at hand with SendOutCards. Could you pay off debt? Could you send your kids to the college of their choice, or maybe the high school if you want to send them to private school? Could you take your family on the vacation you've always dreamed of? Could you buy that car that you want? Could you pay off your home? Could one of you leave your job and spend more time with your kids? Could you give money to the church or charity of your choice? There's so many things you can do with additional money. And that's the beauty at SendOutCards. I told you I was going to come back to the 4 types of people. The first is someone who just wants to be a customer. The second is you want to be a referral partner, or what I call the get your money back stage. The 3 is you want to earn money working part-time. And 4, you want to replace your current income. Where do you see yourself getting started today, because Send Out Cards is truly changing the lives of thousands of people all over the world. It's time to get started. You need to decide if you want to help revolutionize the greeting card and gift industry. In the markets we are currently in, millions of new customers will experience Send Out Cards in the next few, I know that says years, Matt, but in the next few months. Send Out Cards is truly poised for massive growth and will become a worldwide household name. So, Matt, I'm going to bring you back on because we just talked about residual income. We talked about the bonuses, and I know that you're very passionate about building multiple streams of income. So, first, I'm going to ask you, where does that come from? Why do you have that passion?
Well, if I go back, similar to yourself, I was in corporate Canada, and worked over 25 years in the travel industry, and had a fantastic, it was a dream job. And being an executive, I got a lot of travel perks, and I was running call centers and multinational sales teams. It was phenomenal. And I was one of those people that loved my job so much that I really didn't pay attention to what was going on around me. And so there was a merger that took place, and we orchestrated the entire merger. And then on merger day, they called me in and said, guess what? We don't need you anymore. Thanks a lot for all the work you did. Pack your bags.
Oh, wow.
And that very day was an enlightening thing for me to say, you know what? I'm never, ever, ever going to depend on one stream of income. I thought I was secure. I had benefits. I got this. I got that. I got travel perks. But that very day, everything changed. And you can relate to this. You were doing probably an 80-hour week, not a 40-hour week. You're working away. I have kids, and at the time they were, this was 10 years ago. I didn't see them. I was on an airplane 150 days out of the year, and to really be that dependent on something, it was an eye opener. So for myself, I started investing in real estate after I left my corporate role. Had some online businesses. And it was interesting because if real estate went down, maybe the online sales went up, so you were never really dependent on one source. You were always able to sort of hedge your bets, if you want to call it that. And when I started seeing the opportunities, real estate's great. You can get some passive income, but you need capital to put into it. And having an online business was great. I was doing drop shipping. I didn't have to have an investment. And then along came SendOutCards, where I was able to purchase my own business, and again, not have high capital to put into it, but you have a world-class system. And bar none, I mean, the experience that I've had from my coaching perspective, that was another line of business, but the experience I had, this is the best relationship marketing system, bar none, at a cost point that's truly amazing. But to be able to bridge those income streams to ebb and flow was something that happened based on my departure from corporate. That day I joke, I was certifiably unemployable at that point because I realized I'm not going back.
Right.
And so my joy really now is to help people ensure that they don't have to go into the corporate world, that they don't have to put up with really being a number, and being able to be their own boss,
Yeah.
being able to spend time with their families.
That's so powerful. So, you came in to Send Out Cards, so your clients were asking about it. You were going to refer them to Melissa. So how did that happen, that you became a distributor and then built so fast in this company?
Right. And for me, it was through networking. The networking groups that I belong to, there's a lot of entrepreneurs in those organizations. And for them, this is something that they can use, whether it's an accountant, whether it's a lawyer, whether it's a dentist, whether it's a doctor. And when you start seeing that part of the opportunity, there were some people that wanted to be customers. They were a number one. There were some people that felt that they had a sphere of influence. They wanted to be a number two. They ran their businesses. But to really embrace this in a business environment, being able to work with people who saw this as not so much just an opportunity, but a way to really couple themselves to their clients and build very strong ironclad relationships with them, it was a slam dunk. It was a home run. No pun intended with the World Series on tonight. It was an amazing opportunity to really see these customers come together. Their businesses, real estate agents, using these cards and doing these different campaigns for their clients and having outrageous success in their core business.
Awesome. What advice, if someone's thinking about getting started in Send Out Cards, what advice would you give them tonight?
Many times people take a look and they say, you know what, this might not be for me. And I tell people to take a look at their circumstances, where they're at, and what they want to change. And if they want to make some changes, they got to change something. Otherwise, what's the definition of insanity? Do the same thing over and over and expect different results. And Richard Branson said once, make the decision, go ahead and do it. Figure out how to do it later. But if you see a glimmer of an opportunity here for yourself, I would, well, that's interesting. That just popped right up there. If you see an opportunity, you see that this is something that you'd like to just work with, and you see this as being something that you can resonate with, gratitude makes the world go around. This whole tool set is based on gratitude. And so just step out of your comfort zone, figure it out. It'll happen, but it's truly amazing. And there's so many people that can use this. We're so digitally email, we've lost touch with really the heartfelt messages going, and that's really the feedback that I get from people, is just how heartfelt and how nice it was to receive something that felt as though they were truly appreciated.
Yeah, that's super powerful. And I love this Richard Branson quote too, right? Say yes. And I remember when I looked at this, and I was full-time corporate America. I was spending a lot of time. I really didn't have time to build another business. But, you talked about the definition of insanity, and I knew I had to do something different. My late father once gave me the advice that when everyone was walking one way, to have the courage to turn around, do things differently, and it would make all the difference in the world. And I will tell you, this business it's completely changed my life. And so I always tell people, if you're thinking that you may not have the time or you may not have the money, what if you never had to say that again? What if you never had to say, I don't have the time or I don't have the money? That's what this business offers us. And I believe that is truly one of the most amazing things. And I think, Matt, that's what you've experienced in your life as well with this company. We no longer have to say that. And we're building, we're passionate about it, and lots of great things are here. So I want to thank you for being on, sharing your wisdom with the individuals that are on tonight, but also those that will hear this on replay. So for those of you that are listening, for our guest, I especially want to thank you for taking time out to learn more about SendOutCards. Please get back with the person who invited you here tonight. Get your questions answered. Make sure you don't have any questions, and let that person know if you're a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4, and get started today. And please let Matt and myself be the very first people to welcome you to Send Out Cards. Thanks, everyone, and good night. Bye. Thank you,
Good night.
Matt.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.